Okay. And that's it. Okay. And that's it. You too.
Oh my God.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
How dare you?
It's running out. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown saying, stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you, buddy.
All right.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got words of wisdom from the 20th century from our most esteemed president, Bill Clinton. And we've got wisdom from Greta Thunberg. And, oh my gosh, man. We're on InnervisionFM.com. You're joined by Johnnie J, and I'm Alan C. Yeah, see?
Yes.
I'm laying in bed. I'm doing the show from my bed.
Yeah. Hey, relax. Yeah, it's a very relaxed show. We're relaxed here. Come on. If you're taking an afternoon nap or something else that you don't want to talk about, hey, you could join us. You could join us here on Innervision FM.
I got to tell you, Johnny, I didn't imbibe either. Like Bill Clinton, I just sort of I'm a good little boy. I just ate a bunch of Chinese food, and we do have a lot of topics on deck, folks. We're going to talk about the NFL and some upcoming possible changes. We last week went through a few of the highlights of the last two presidencies and their highlights and what they've done in the first year in office. And we're going to go through a few more. And what else you got on deck, Johnny?
And we're gonna the left always likes to talk about equity, so we're gonna talk a little bit of equity kind of stuff, as I find it just funny, just funny. Oh, by the way, hit the thumbs up and hit the share button. Let people know that Innervision is in the house and that we are taking donations as well. We're looking for members. We'll give you some very special perks as a member. So donate at PayPal .me/Innervision Denver. That's PayPal .me/Innervision Denver, and also Cash App. Yeah, $ Innervision and then capital J. All right. So, before we get into the NFL stuff, I want to get into this young lady that she got. How could I say? She got hired by Google because they said they couldn't find any qualified people to work at Google. And I'm thinking like, that is bizarre, but I'm thinking like, that almost talks to like, okay, we'll cover her first, okay, and then I'll get into that. So anyway, so they fired her. They fired her because they said they couldn't find qualified, and then she started finding qualified people, and then I guess she zipped off an email, maybe to them, to other people, whatever, saying, hey, wait a minute, I found, got you employed 500 people that you said that you couldn't find, and here they are, and I'm not, I guess in retaliation because she was, and she wanted to change their the hiring practices, or not the hiring practices, the hold on for a second. Oh, okay. So then she wanted to, change it around so they could easily find these people that she found, and I guess they got mad at her because I guess she being a young upstart, and sometimes maybe this happens with older people, so, or people that are in a business and they think they know it all. They say, "Well, we started this," and then a young person comes in and then shows them how to do it better. And to me, if somebody came to Innervision and said, "Hey, okay, I can show you how to do it better," and then they do show me how to do it better, I'm not going to fire them. I'm going to say, "Hey, thank you."
That's right. That's right.
You
in
think
the
you think it's a jealousy, or go ahead.
well, that's hilarious because I mean, we've always been brought up to believe that we could do anything that we wanted to here in America. We could be anyone we wanted to be in America. That this was a free country, and the only thing stopping us from our potential is the meat between our ears. And as long as we employ that brain that was given to us by our Creator, why there's no limit to us because God, the Creator Himself, has no limit. And so, therefore, we being children of God and all this stuff, so we were taught all these things as children, and as we grew up, I think that somewhere along the way, I honestly believe that we diverged from our purpose, and now we've got a bunch of interesting fellows and fellowettes, or whatever you want to call them, non-binary fellows, whatever. Got a bunch of interesting individuals running the show, and so absolutely, if somebody's going to go in there and do a job that is going to really show them up, then certainly that happens. I mean,
Yes.
man,
And
go ahead.
well, and I was just thinking like, you really you want like qualified employers, unlike this judge that they're going to install in the Supreme Court just to fill a slot, and then you got to check off female, check off black, but you don't have to necessarily check off that she's necessarily qualified. And I was just listening to some people testifying to, like, this lady is totally, like, I guess in Boston, this older lady, she helped a lot of women to change their mind about having an abortion, and I guess this Judge Jackson was totally against people being within 30 yards of or 30 feet of this abortion center, and then the Supreme Court that we have that we had in 2013 overturned that decision to keep women like that who want to let the women know there's an alternative away from the place. And then she said she got a letter from a lady that 18 years ago she helped her to make that decision, and the 18-year-old girl who would have been aborted is going to college. So here we got someone going on the Supreme Court who believes in death and destruction, murdering unborn kids, and I guess people can have different opinions, but
Sure.
I mean, but to me that is just it's totally unqualified person. And what do you think out there? Leave your comments. I saw somebody left the comments in another language, which I thought I had to turn on to translate.
Oh,
other
they were
lang-
just commenting on your. Well, one comment was dealing with a concert. I think the Phil Collins stuff that we featured last night, the little backstory with Phil Collins, and then the other guy I think was commenting on your background.
Oh, Hawaii. Okay. How did you get that? See,
Well, I muddled through Spanish, French, German, Italian, as well as English. Plus, Google was a big help at this point. It did get
oh,
it right enough to where it kind of jived with my failed Spanish experiences.
oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you very much because I didn't know if I should give it a heart or respond or what. But okay, yes. So and so so just being qualified for a position has to be, you know, like Martin Luther King said, you have to be, we like to be judged by the character, not by the and the our content of our character, and not the color of our skin and all that kind of stuff, or by our blindness, which leads me to the next one under there. I'm thinking like with this the Qualification Act, which the Disability Act was passed in 1992 or
1901,
1991.
1992, somewhere around there.
Right. And I guess they've been having some strife with finding like qualified people, but I'm still saying not enough. As long as it's over 60%, under 75% of blind people unemployed, like the NFL would say, have they gone far enough? Let's like some of the top 10, no, top 5 out of the top 10 of what President Trump did during his administration, which you won't find on Google. I had to go to this other search engine called Start Page to find this out. And a lot of things that I want to find out the truth about, Google will give me a half truth, or it would bury it so far down that you get tired of just like looking down,
Your
down.
pages article.
And yeah, and they give you just a lot of propaganda instead of telling you, you know, what he's done. They'll tell you everything that he did that they thought is bad before you find this list that I'm sharing with you now. Okay.
All right.
So 5 out of 10 successful things, because we did 5 last Tuesday.
I think so.
Okay. He enforced Barack Hussein Osama red line against Syrians. Use of chemical warfare and
Yeah.
weapons, really. So he said, "Okay, you're going to do that. This is what we're going to do." And I think it was that Tommy bomb that he dropped that really shook, because they live a lot underneath the ground. So I think,
Sure.
I think
So when he
that
dropped Moab, mother of all bombs, on Syria, I don't know if we should really touch too much of that. But yes, that happened within the first year of his presidency. Shook things up and really forced people to look at peace and start dealing with President 45 on a footing of, wow, this guy's really unpredictable. We may not really know what the current United States policy is, so we better kind of chill out a bit.
Yeah, and he's just restored, like, accountability and respect for the West. Yes. And also number 9, he took a Pacific hard line against Russia, and he approved this $47 million strife on them. Wait, it's not called strife. What is it called? $47 million arm package for Ukraine. I'm sorry. And so he provided that instead of giving the Ukrainians blankets, like Obama. Could you imagine? Okay, you need defense. Well, here's some blankets so you could at least be warm while they bomb your country.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, an interesting saying how Ukraine was our, well, not our friend during Donald John Trump's run in office. There, he was almost impeached for the perfect conversation that he had with President Zelensky and this kind of thing. So I think that was an interesting thing that he went ahead and he got a lot of flack for when he approved that 47 million to go to Ukraine. He got a lot of flack from both sides, and now it's interesting to look back because now both sides are really in total support, as they should be, of Ukraine and an oppressed people and that kind of thing. At least that's what we're being told.
And we're going to find out more about that. But in our opinion, that because of the laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, we're going to find out even more information as soon as we can get it out of the grips of the FBI, and really dove into that that laptop and some of the pay to play that Hunter Biden was doing, getting money from foreign countries like Ukraine and parts of Russia and China. We're going to find out. And you didn't hear about it. There was this elected official in Nebraska that he stepped down because he took a gift from a foreign national, and it's against the rules. But why wasn't it against the rules for Hillary Clinton when she had her fake foundation set up, and she was draining money, from different.
Well, most notably was Haiti. I think 2% of the monies that were raised in Haiti went to the Haitian people, and the other, perhaps 98%, went to the foundation and basically keep the lights on there. Not a very large amount went to the Haitian people. We'll put it that.
So when they prosecute this guy, and he stepped down, he's a Republican, and he stepped down, I would have said, okay, yes, I did this, but it's not because I didn't have people in the White House and in the American government that has been doing this as well. And so I don't know. To me, I guess I wouldn't step down because I'm doing the same thing as our corrupt government is doing. And so if the buck stops in Nebraska, why don't we just take it up the chain and stop in the White House with Biden and the Clintons? So I don't know. Maybe I'll find him and maybe get an interview with him and find out why did he step down when Hillary Clinton did step down, and it doesn't look like Brandon is going to be stepping down either because of we'll see what happens.
We'll have to see what happens with that, but it's a good thing that you brought up: equality versus equity. These two words need to be examined. The definition of equality that I subscribe to and that kind of thing is where we all have a fair shake, where there is a certain amount of potential that everybody has, that everybody can live up to, and fit within the framework of a peaceful, tranquil society. Equity is, well, let's put it this way. I'm a blind guy. You're a blind guy. Mm-hmm. So it would be easy for us to want to say, well, all people who can see are against us, and we need to have reparations. Look at these sighted people with all their cars. They're messing up the environment. They're all crying and whining about fossil fuels versus green energy. And I could care less. I don't even need lights. Now, of course, I'm not silly. I do understand that I need power, and I do understand that sighted people are my friends, and I do understand that we're all interdependent. But for the sake of argument, I would take this a step further. Old sighty. is keeping the blind folk
Down.
down.
Yes.
I I tell you, look at all these printed materials that everybody has at their fingertips. Now we got this clunky stuff called Braille. I mean, it takes me a 4-shelf cart to cart my Bible around on, whereas all these sighted folks, and boy, they can put it in their hand, in a phone, in a smartphone, and they got their. Oh wait, I can do that too. Never mind. See, that's the problem with equity. Is you run into things and you start getting momentum. Oh, sighted keeping the blind folk down and all this stuff. But then you realize, well, hey, wait a minute. We're all people. We're all humans. We're all part of the same race. And it doesn't matter what we are, black, white, brown, yellow, green, doesn't matter. The content of our character is what makes us equal. And we do not. As much as we would love to have equity, and oh boy, would I love to have the ability to just go apply for a job and actually get hired. But 70 or 80 or 90% of the blind are unemployed. But do I cry about it? Well, maybe a little. But do I demand equity? Oh, all you sighted people must vacate your employed positions so that blind folks can fill those quotas. No. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, but this regime that's installed now, they just say, let's just bring in some people from India to take over these jobs, or let's outsource the jobs to China, which is that must be pissing off a lot of people, and then I think that what leads to a lot of the young people and other people, taking these drugs, because I'm thinking like, what are they trying to escape? Taking these fentanyl drugs that they're trying to escape, maybe a bad reality. And believe me, we've had, different types of realities in our lives as blind people and blind issues and whatever. But
Sure.
To overdose on some drug or to want to fade out of society, and Proverbs says something about, give the poor wine so they don't think about their misery. And I guess in every generation, the king says, give them wine, and in this case, give them fentanyl, or open up the border so all the fentanyl can come in, and even though it's a strong drug and it will kill a lot of them, well, that's part of the game. Before we get to what Donald Trump did for Israel, I wanted to say that our shows are being sponsored by Christian Brothers Moving Company, which are located in Inglewood, Colorado. And you can look them up there and give them a call and have them move for you. And I think they're located in Phoenix and in Texas as well. So if you live in those areas, you can give him a call, and if you need a good moving company in your city and state, I'm sure that he will, he can make it happen. He has last time I checked, had about like 30 employees.
Wow.
And I said, that's some pretty good work, and they all get paid. They got families they're feeding, and he's just a good man. Brian is just a good guy at Christian Brothers Moving Company here in Inglewood, Colorado. So he recognized. So number 8, President Trump recognized Jerusalem as the location for as a Israel capital, and he put the embassy there. And people, for many presidents, they keep promising that they're going to do it, but no one has did it. That's what I liked about President Trump, is he said what he meant, and he meant what he said, and then he did what he said.
Yeah, you could always get a guy to be predictable, even if he may have been looked at as having unpredictable foreign policy. You could always guarantee that one thing was certain, that America was put first.
Yeah, definitely. So
our allies are also taken care of.
Yes, and that was a good thing. that he took care of our allies. And then let's see. Okay, yeah, many presidents promised to do it, but only one actually did it. Okay. Now let's see. Number. Oh, even Jeb Bush, sleepy Jeb Bush, uh, gave him praise for doing that as well.
Right.
Now, number 7, he withdrew us from that Paris. What is it called? Paris what?
Paris Climate Change Accords.
Yes, and that that was crazy that we were involved with that, because here America was paying all this money, and these other countries were saying, hey, go ahead and do that.
Right.
So, and he's also put out the Paris Accord. Yeah, that. And then he opened the Arctic wildlife forest as well, for where we can grill on that land as well. So
Mm.
so anyway, I sent, if you want to get a list of this, because if because you won't get it in the media. The media will lie to you, and they will not give you this information. Just emails at info@innervisionfm.com. That's info@innervisionfm, and we'll send you the full list of the 10 things that President Trump did in the first 11 months. Brother,
Yes, see, this is amazing, because a lot of folks really do believe, honestly do believe, that Donald John Trump ended up being one of the worst presidents ever. If you were to truly look at the track record, look at the fact that during his tenure, certain trafficking, which is picking up now again, that almost came to a halt. And of course, during COVID, during the lockdowns, pretty much everything came to a halt. There weren't any drugs flowing in to the United States. There was definitely, there was a lot of stuff going on during that time that was a lot of good. A lot of traffickers got picked up and things like that.
Yes. Now, number 6, he got NATO the kicking $12 million that they weren't doing before, and of course Obama and these other presidents was begging them to do their fair share, and even Bush was Bush was even begging for NATO to do it, and he got it done, and that's really cool that he got NATO to pay their fair share for defense of these other countries, instead of them always debating like America will come and we'll just use their resources, and we'll just be sitting back, just really nice. Did NATO pretty much come in like during World War II, when Germany took over and was destroying a lot of European countries, and Hitler thought he was going to take over the world, at least in the European, and then I wonder, was that the creation of NATO? Let me ask my phone. Okay. When did NATO start?
So you'll find in 1947.
Oh, 1949. April 4th, 1949.
In 1947, it was discussed that the North American Trade Organization would hold sway over a number of different countries to try to keep everything flowing, especially oil.
Yes.
A lot of trade goods.
Yeah. And now they're trapped because they let I guess Russia he maneuvered it where they would have to depend on his oil, and I guess he was trying to get them to buy the oil in rubles, and they said no, we're gonna stick to the currency, the American dollar, and it was another currency as well. I forgot what it was, and so that didn't go through. Yeah, okay. It's a lot of things that we find out. I mean, this phone, Alan, I'm holding my phone up to the camera. This little computer,
It's amazing.
it's been a game changer as far as like just getting information. I mean, some of us are well read, and some reading material is not as accessible. And I'm not the fastest braille reader in the world, and I get a lot of my information from listening, going to trusted sources, and then even fact checking those sources.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to get fooled again, and there's so much information out there that just 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 use this technology to your advantage. And I'm gonna say, I said this once, I believe that's why they tore down those statues, because if a young person got in front of the statue and just Googled it, they would find out that the Democratic Party was the ones who started up a lot of this anarchy and mayhem, and they would find out like a lot of truths about what's really going on and what those statues really meant. But now they're not here, so we don't have a reference point. So
Well, that'll be okay, because as we take America back and as we restore Old Glory to her proper place, and we start honoring the United States Constitution and the founders and the framers who came up with the document that gave us our history, why, we'll make new history. There will be new statues. There will be new things for our children to learn. And they will be better, smarter, stronger, faster, and more capable than we ever were. But it is up to us to teach our young, and it is up to our young to be receptive. And I think that's the biggest reason why in our education system today, there is such a push for the indoctrination, everything from critical race theory to the type of gender you can choose. Now, certainly I'm not saying anything one way or the other on that, but it is non-productive to tell a 4-year-old that they can choose their own gender.
Or to mutilate them or give them drugs to curtail.
To help them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then let's get to the NFL. And I guess I don't know if you're a sports guy now. Did you watch football?
No.
Yeah, but
I like martial arts, but that's about the only mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
I fish a lot, but that's about the extent of it.
So they're saying that they want to each team to hire minority offensive coaches on the team, and so they will adjust the what is it called? The Rooney rules, which I sort of vaguely heard about the Rooney rules.
Okay.
And I guess that's just something that's written in the bylaws. But what I understand was like let's see, in 2020 they had 35% of the staff of the NFL that was minorities were involved, and I guess last year it went up to 39%. So it is coming up. I mean, this is stuff that I didn't know because we had the Denver Broncos here, but I don't know, even before they started, taking the knee and all that kind of the social justice stuff, I didn't watch them. Now my sister, sometimes I'll be downstairs when I was living at my mom's house, and I hear like boom, boom, boom. And I'm thinking like, man, is a bomb happening? I go upstairs and my sister's kicking the floor and and ruckus, and she is a real football fan, and when a team would lose, get an interception or something like that, I knew downstairs what was going on. And we used to have some college kids living across the street from where I live now, and you would hear them yelling and screaming. But I don't know if they moved out or well, the season is over, so I haven't heard them in a while. So yeah. So anyway, okay. Well, I guess with the teams, half of the makeup of the team is minority based. I guess they want that to reflect in well, not I guess a little bit in the ownership, but a lot in the people that are participating with the coaching and the management of the team. So okay, but I don't know if any blind people can fit in those jobs. Yeah, it's open it up to the minorities and the blind and deaf community.
That'd
Oh,
be
but
that would be interesting.
that movie Coda,
Uh,
it won. This is not in our list here, but it won best streaming movie. So Apple, they sent it to me, even though I watched the movie Coda, and I might watch it again, because it was a very good movie about this deaf family. So if you get a chance, go watch the movie Coda, and give us some feedback about that as well. And let's see, so and also we want you to go to his website, useip.org, and it's just for accountability in local elections, as that time's come up. And of course, I'm running for the House District 5 this year, and we're gonna have our meeting next Tuesday, and tomorrow we won't be here because I have a required meeting for that at the same time. How dare they start the meeting at the same time as our show?
right.
But
Exactly.
so anyway, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. And let's let people know that we're gonna do it. We're gonna be doing a concert at the Roxy Theater in Welton, and you can get your tickets at Afton, and that's just afton.com/Dreamland Music, and that's MUZIK.
You
Okay.
really gotta check these guys out. They're really cool, man. So you can check them out on Spotify. You
Yeah.
can check them out on anywhere where you stream music live.
Right, and my book Six Shades of Blindness. You can get the paperback. I'm still working on revising the Kindle version. It's taken a while with so many things on my plate.
And a few other projects on your plate. So
Right, yeah, yes, and so you can go to Amazon and pick that up, and let's see. Oh, and we're up to about, I think, 820 subscribers.
yeah,
So
we're
yeah,
up there.
it's
We're
just
up
moving
there.
on. So
Don't forget to share,
like
subscribe, leave a comment for the algorithm. Uh,
and like,
let,
yes,
yeah, definitely like us because that really helps YouTube and some of the other platforms to recommend these types of blindness topics that we'll cover, or political topics, or even music. We try to cover all genres because one thing is certain: music has the power to unite everybody. Everybody loves some music, so
oh,
that's
definitely,
what we do here.
definitely. All right, and then you can go to our website, innervisionrecords.org or innervisionfm.com.
Hmm.
And you can check out some of our radio station and some of the things that we do at our nonprofit. So we're gonna call it a night. And
Everybody have yourself a good week and the rest of a good weekend. We'll try to catch up with you next week.
definitely. See ya. God bless.